Now we're looking at a number line, and we want to find the midpoint of a segment on a number line. So it says find the midpoint of segment RL. So the endpoint R is at -7, endpoint L is at 5. So the first thing we need to do is figure out, well, what's the total distance between point R and point L? What's the length of that segment? So since the endpoint R is at -7, this is from -7 to 0 is 7, and then from 0 to 5 is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. So the length of RL is 12. So the midpoint is going to be halfway in between R and L, and the half of 12 is 6. Sorry, my touchscreen is being janky. So I can either count to the right of R 6 spaces or to the left of L 6 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 puts me at, well, if my screen would work, it puts me at -1. Or if I go backwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the big idea is that at -1, again, it like will not let me make a circle. At -1, we have our midpoint. So the midpoint of RL is at -1. What if, instead of me asking you to find the midpoint, I asked you to find X so that it's 1/6 of the distance from R to L? So if it's 1/6 of the distance, I'm not asking you for the midpoint. I'm asking you for, I'm not asking you for where it's halfway between R and L. I'm asking you where it's 1/6 of the distance. So the total distance from R to L is 12, and then 1/6 of 12 is 2. So that means that X is going to be 2 units away from R. So if R is at -7, then this point X is going to be at -5. So here's X